But I'm going to talk a little bit about the future of solar, which is here. One thought I have, there's a lot of us who like solar and also like gardening, and I'm one of those. When I'm in my garden harvesting lettuce, I feel like I'm picking solar panels off the plant, and I feel kind of badly for that. But then I get to eat those solar panels, and I feel better about it. And I think actually the connection between food and life on Earth and solar photovoltaic systems or solar electric systems and solar is really similar. And it's one reason that we all really like solar power. Because without solar power, we would not be here. We're eating solar panels every day. You're eating it right now. So, a flower. So the great news is that, for 30, 40 years, everybody's been saying, oh, solar's the future, and people always come to me and wonder, so when is this future going to be there? We're still waiting. And I think it's actually here now. So wonderful news. It's here. If you look at the world production of solar modules, it's growing leaps and bounds. In 2006, 1.6 gigawatts. 2012, 17.2 gigawatts. We're getting efficiencies of scale in production and manufacturing and deployment and distribution. And that's great news, but it also means, actually I'm going to skip. Efficiency of scale, is great news. We have to have it for solar to take over the planet, to become a key part of our energy mix. But it means stuff like this. It means gigantic plants. This one in China, LDK. Chinese government gave them a couple hundred acres, said do what you want with it, just put a lot of people to work. And this is largely the reason that solar now costs less. Efficiencies of scale, good and bad. I'm not going to argue it's all good. But we do need it. So to jump back, so now we're starting to see, instead of fields of corn or wheat, we're starting to see fields of solar panels. I'm not sure I'm a huge fan of this either, but what's amazing is that, and I've really looked at this hard, is the efficiency of photosynthesis, the energy into a plant and energy out. What is it? I think it's about, from my reading, about 0.5% here in Wisconsin. These solar panels, the solar system's at least 15% efficient. So, and it's making electricity. So we're talking it's 30 times more efficient than plants. So that's pretty amazing. It's an amazing technology. Let's keep going. So what's happening with all this efficiency to scale is the price is falling. We all know this. In the last year, it's down by 30%. In the last 2 years, down by half. It's great news. Meanwhile, electric prices are always going up. Although now a little flattening out maybe because the natural gas prices are low. But still, the general trend is up. So one day, these prices will cross the cost of solar power per kilowatt hour and the cost of electricity for your home or your business. And they cross. They've already crossed in California. They've already crossed in Hawaii. And then the market takes off. You go a little bit past that cross, and there's money to be made by the banks and the financiers, and there's new business models. And then it really takes off, because this is a high first cost technology. So, the American way is you take out a loan, you lease it. So, I don't know, in the US, people seem to think that solar is stupid, a lot of people. But if you look around, what are the smartest, most economically successful countries in the world doing? Germany, the world leader in installation of solar. China, the world leader in the production of the panels. These are the smartest companies or countries. And what are the smartest companies doing? I mean, who do we always hear about? We hear about Warren Buffett. And what did he do? He just put $2 billion into solar. We hear about Google. This is just one of many projects that they funded, basically $250 million that they're putting into a fund. Even the Googleplex is solar powered. We think about Apple. What company is more iconic than Apple? And they are starting to power their data centers with solar. There's even talk of a solar-powered iPhone. So, the smartest or the most economically successful countries, the smartest businesses, they're with us. I think it's pretty obvious. So part of my consulting work is working in Bulgaria. And in Bulgaria, they do everything for as little money as possible. Land is cheap, labor is pretty cheap still. They're part of the EU, but kind of different. So in Bulgaria, I'm involved in 800 kilowatt project. You convert the euros into dollars, and it's $2 a watt installed. That's kind of what the goals of this US DOE's Sunshot Initiative is. We're almost there. And you just look at the economics. Again, this is daytime power. You look at the economics, it's making power, if it's making power worth 8 cents a kilowatt hour, it'll pay for itself in less than 7 years. If it's making it 12 cents a kilowatt hour, under 5 years. So in Bulgaria, the economics are there. But of course, there's all these other good things that we know about. There's job creation, there's energy security. That's my son, in my garden. And there's climate change, we all know. So these are all obvious, but we can start reducing some of these. Here's a statistic that I really like. I think it's my last set of statistics. In Wisconsin, the average single-family home uses 10,000 kilowatt hours of power a year. If we look over 30 years, the life of a PV system, that's equal to to power that 20 or 70% of that home's power needs from coal, which is what it is currently. You need 120 tons of coal to power that house for 30 years. You need 50 tons of water. You're going to release 360 tons of CO2 per year. Actually, no, over 30 years. And you need 33 acres of forest, Wisconsin forest, to sequester that carbon. These are huge numbers. Or we could have 75 pounds of PV cells on the roof for 30 years. So all those tons versus 0.038 tons or 75 pounds. So we need a lot of ribbon cuttings. Jim, you know this guy. So we need a lot of ribbon cuttings, and we're going to see a lot more of them. The future is bright. I guess the future is red. Thank you.